Hello and welcome back to Planning with Jamie. Today we are going to take you along as we get it all done. So today's going to be a weird get it all done. It's going to be a little bit different because we have flooring people coming to rip out half of our main level tomorrow morning, first thing. And so we need to remove all appliances from the kitchen, remove washer and dryer from the laundry room, and then take out the toilet and the vanity in the bathroom. And then on top of all of it, we need to, like, part of the flooring is our pantry. So we need to clear out our pantry and put that somewhere too. And then I want to set up like a makeshift kitchen basically in a different room. So I need to grab a couple tables and get those set up possibly so we can have like the air fryer and the griddle, like stuff to keep us from ordering out as often, because this is supposed to take 3 to 4 days. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But the issue is if it goes into extra days, I don't know if they work like both days on the weekend or whatever. It's going to be a question we're going to ask them today. So we also have our dance recital this weekend, and so I'm trying to get all laundry done, have everything prepped for that, because the pure fact we will not have a laundry room for any of these last minute things. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to eat my breakfast sandwich right here that I made. It looks so delicious. I made my husband one too. He's doing some business work that he needs to get done. And then I think we're going to start this, get it all done. Also, I should mention that the house is kind of a mess because we've been doing a couple days worth of laundry. We've been working outside. Yesterday was full of errands because it just had to get done. So we're gonna play a little catch up also. All right, I'll see you then.
Don't you know that you're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you came. Don't you know that you're beautiful?
All right, here's our little to-do list. I only start with one so I can stay really focused throughout the day. So we're gonna start with dishes and countertops. That way we can get everything like off the counter so we can use the countertops for other things. I need to clear out the fridge, like clean it out, and then later on today we're gonna move the fridge out of the kitchen. I need to keep working on laundry. The dryer just got done, so I am gonna go flip that before I actually start in the kitchen. We need to clear out the bathroom from any decoration or anything in the drawers of the vanity. We need to clear out the laundry room. Again, I need to get laundry done before we do that. We're going to set up a makeshift kitchen, remove all appliances, except for like dishwasher gets to stay in, luckily. And then we definitely need to clean the living room and the dining room and clear out the pantry because part of the floor getting removed is in the pantry. Extra things, if I have time and energy, is vacuum the stairs. We might run an errand to buy a pool pass, and then I need to replant a whole bunch of plants that we bought yesterday. It's supposed to rain off and on today, so we'll see if that gets done. But this flooring is getting replaced tomorrow, and if you want to see exactly why, is all cracked. It's really hard. There we go. You could see it just fine now. It's just cracking underneath our feet, and it's ready to basically cut our feet. But here, as you can see, I had just organized the pantry on Friday, so hasn't been long at all. It is now Tuesday. I need to reorganize it. I think stuff probably, all this stuff can easily probably stay in there, but this down I think needs to come out because mostly we need to use it during this time frame.
Love is like a roller coaster, but I'm trying to hold on. I don't want it to stop. Even though we fight sometimes and it feels like a war zone, I still care about us. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's...
Alright, so a lot of days I end up sorting through the laundry and doing like stuff separately. I do try to do towels separately from our clothes. But today I am in such a hurry and I have very limited time because we have dance tryouts tonight. So that's the least of my worry today. So everything's just going to go in and we're going to get it done.
I just want to love you a little bit more. Oh, I know that it's difficult dealing with emotions, but I want you to know that you'll always be on my mind, even in the hard times. I care about you. How do you move on when everything goes wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what we said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. 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 How do you move on when everything is wrong? I'm trying to find a way to get you out my head. Don't know how to cope with being so broken. Girl, I can't forget about what you said. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Don't just walk away from me and close the door. Baby, pull me closer now before it's over. I just wanna love you a little bit more. Oh, love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more. Love you a little bit more. Just a little bit. Love you a little bit more. Wanna be free of this heart, yeah. Wanna feel your arms around me. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Let's forget about tomorrow, yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight?
All right, we're going to go ahead and we are going to get this kitchen clean. It's a hot mess. I love to put on an audiobook, so here I am listening to The Chemist. Very, very good book. This is, I think, the second time that I'm listening to it. I only got like halfway through and then the hold was over, and so it got returned, and all of a sudden I remembered that I wanted to finish it. So I re-downloaded it to get it done. I just end up getting these free through my library on the Overdrive app, I think is what it is. Right here I have two different Lazy Susans in my kitchen and they end up becoming a huge mess, and so even though I'm super busy this day, I really want to focus on trying to get a few things organized that have gotten a little bit out of hand. So this holds like all of my kitchen appliances, which is so simple and easy, but it really becomes a catch-all also because these areas can hold so much. So it'll take me like 5 minutes real quick to end up getting it all organized, so it's definitely worth grabbing things out and going.
Can we let go of tomorrow? Yeah. You never break.
All right, so whenever I'm doing some cleaning like this, especially here in the kitchen where the toaster is, I end up just grabbing out my vacuum to vacuum up all these little crumbs and crooks and crannies because it works so beautiful. Now this vacuum I highly recommend is the Shark Navigator Lift Away Pet, I believe. I will have it linked down below for y'all. But it has so much suction. I absolutely love this vacuum, and in fact I got rid of all my other vacuums after I bought this one because it is so good. It ends up having the canister lift away, and so it can be a stick vacuum. It can do handheld stuff. It does stairs. I mean, it has extension ones so that you can get like up in tall corners for cobwebs and everything. Now, little word of advice, do take care of your vacuums though. They have filters in them, and once those get clogged enough, they're not efficient about sucking as well. And so all we do is we have an air compressor, we take it out in the garage and we end up blowing off all the dust and dirt. And then I wash it with some hot water and then I let it just sit out for overnight. And then it's ready to go by the next morning. So here I'm just reorganizing all my small appliances and any of my drinking jugs. And then we're gonna keep on rolling.
I find it hard to read you. You never say what's on your mind, yeah. I'm going crazy all over you. Just for a second, can you try? Every time you've been calling, saying this is what I want, then you ghost for a week and leave me hanging all alone. Push me back, pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, ooh, la, 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 la. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think I can see clear now. Maybe you're scared of getting hurt, but if you sit down and allow me to get close, we might work. Every time you've been calling, saying this is what I want, then you ghost for a week and leave me hanging all alone. Push me back, pull me in, and the other way around. Pull me in, push me back. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want? Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. Ooh, 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 la, 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 la. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Can someone set me free? What do you want? What do you want?
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get
So this drawer here ends up becoming a catch-all. It stays pre-organized where I actually have these bins in here, but then the rest, I feel like so many things end up getting in here. Some of our pet medication, definitely some markers or writing utensils, charging cords, and then our AirPods or extra on-the-go chargers end up in here too. So I feel like this is something I do at least monthly, that I go through this and get rid of anything that doesn't belong in there and get it reorganized and reset, because when everything's organized, it's in its place, life happens a lot easier.
You're the one I want and I love you. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love It's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream. No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels. I am not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman. It's trouble in your mind, how I spend my time, but it's a 24-hour streak. Wasting all your thoughts just to criticize, but there are plenty more ways to think. I am not pretending, I'm born like this, a game for the reckless. It's so extreme and I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. They're calling me a mad woman, mad woman, mad woman. Calling me a mad woman, mad woman. No, I don't really care, I don't really care, yeah. 'Cause boy, it's none of your business if I'm a mad woman.
Right, some things need to be hand washed because either they won't fit in there appropriately or I just don't like putting them in the dishwasher. So the sponge that I'm using right here is a Norwex sponge. It is the Spyro sponge. I will have it also linked down below. I end up using one of these. I went over and cleaned one of my friends' house and she was using it and I absolutely loved it, and now this is the only thing I end up buying. So it ends up like it has a different texture. Basically, you don't have to scrub stuff. It just does all the work for you. And then I just make sure at the end of the night that it's nice and dry to lay out and dry so that bacteria doesn't grow on it and everything. And then I end up also putting it in the dishwasher when I run cycles if I'm not needing it. And that way it keeps it nice and clean. Now they do break down like every single sponge, but I feel like this one I get triple the use out of it before I'm needing to replace it. So highly recommend it. I use Blue Dawn dish soap for all of my kitchen stuff because it gets the grease out and everything. So I will have, like I said, the sponge linked down below. I don't need to link Blue Dawn dish soap. Y'all know where to get that from.
Just hold tight, we're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic. And we can save you from your past. This bond is always gonna last. When nothing else makes sense, just dance. What you gonna do? We're doing it all. The feeling is so. Maybe you got me. Believe in the magic.
All right, I just cleared the bathroom of everything. We had like decoration in here and like towel baskets, the trash can. We had other decorations here too, so I cleared that all out. As you can see, we had previously torn up part of this to kind of see exactly how it was laid under because we're having such issues with the cracking of the tile, and so this kind of helped choose what our next flooring needed to be, and it also is going to help the installers know like they already know what they need to compensate for at this point now. So my husband, we're going to be taking this mirror down, but then he's going to be working on unhooking the vanity and getting the toilet out. So no more bathroom on the main level. Alright, so it has quit raining long enough that I'm going to come outside and I am going to check on my garden and my vegetables. And so basically we have a community rabbit that likes to come around, and it's been eating the tops off all my strawberry bushes. So my strawberry bushes have done like nothing this year so far. And so I come out and I check on it. We did put fencing up around each raised garden bed, and it has kept that rabbit out, but it still visits every night. So I like to come out and peek around and see if it's made any damage or anything. And then I look at all my flowers, see if anything needs deadheaded or anything. And so I've been inside working long enough. I think it's time for a little break. Alright, so yeah, I just looked to see like if there's any old flowers that need picked off. These just have a lot of blooms getting ready to come, and my little coleus in the back is starting to grow. This is one I take inside all winter and I put outside during the spring and summer, and it absolutely loves it. My fern is looking green and luscious. Then over here we went to Lowe's yesterday, which is a hardware store, and they had a whole bunch of stuff for 50% off. So this was one of them, just because it's not perfect. I'm fine with not being perfect. I like the challenge of getting, you know, plants looking great again and everything. So yesterday it looked really brown and wilted and horrible, and I came home, I fertilized it with some fish emulsion and like picked out some of the dead leaves. You could see there's still some in there because it ended up getting dark. But it's already looking way better than it did yesterday. They wanted $60 for this and I paid $30. Alright, then over here you can see I do need to come out and deadhead these ones so that we can get some new growth going on it. This is a little bit of time. Up here, another 50%. This is a hanging plant, but I just needed to get it put somewhere because we didn't get to replant everything. It's on my agenda. It's pretty low and it's supposed to rain off and on, so we'll kind of see, but we have to prep everything for this flooring first. But yeah, 50% off. I'm not quite sure why, because it looks really full and beautiful to me, so I don't know. Like I said, it was a little wilty when I bought it yesterday, and again, I came home, watered and fertilized it, and it looks absolutely beautiful today. Alright, we bought some new pots so that we can get all these things repotted. These are all our new ones that we got. Another 50% one. But look at this. This is a climbing plant, and we wanted a climbing plant. And so, I mean, it's looking great. I just need to go in and get all the old dead stuff, like right there, out of it, and it's going to grow just fine. Alright, this one's turning out really, really pretty. I love all the like tropical feels that I get from it. And then a neighbor, let me back up so you can see this. A neighbor was getting rid of this old bench or table. I'm not quite sure exactly what they were using it for, but it was out at their trash. I love the weathered look of it, and so we ended up getting it. Now my husband does need to make it a little bit more sturdy, but it's holding on just fine. Alright, my snapdragons, they all did a really good bloom. You could see there's new ones coming though, so I just need to come and pluck those off. Same with marigolds, more snapdragons and some rose. I mean, everything's looking great. This rhododendron was another 50% off. I mean, I'll take it. It still looks great. Alright, here is my lavender bush. I had staked that up. That's doing really, really great too. We had put a line in between all these posts so that we can hang our bird feeders up there, because my husband's being the crazy bird man and keeps on buying more bird feeders. We have a little butterfly feeder down there. Our clematis is climbing up, and then we have a couple hummingbird feeders here. If you can see, the other day we had 3 hummingbirds on one feeder. It was so great. Alright, more geraniums, sweet potato vines, and then I always like to put a little spike. Look at all of those blooms getting ready to come. Oh my gosh. Last night this was not that full. I did fertilization and look at it now. Alright, and then this hanging basket and this hanging basket also was 50% off. These are basically climbing clematis that they have put into hanging baskets, and I had 2 of these matching basket holders, and so I put them in there, and And so yeah, I think basically maybe part of one plant is dead and that's why it was 50% off. I'll clip that out and it'll grow beautifully, like no worries at all.
What leaf I found?
You found a leaf? Alright, this one wasn't growing much, so I moved it more out into the sun. It has been happy and it has like doubled in size since I've done that, and it's helping it dry out in between. Then going down here, another lavender. Look at these Gerber daisies. Look how tall those things are. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful though. Everything down here is looking pretty good. Not absolutely wonderful. We deadheaded those last night, so there's a whole bunch of blooms getting ready to come. These are garlic chives, snapdragons. Again, I just need to pull off the old blooms so the new blooms can come. And then I had 2 cabbage plants in here, but I don't think they're gonna make it. I have a whole bunch of flower seeds that I want to put in there instead. All right, let's see. We found yesterday that we have, you see that little tomato that's already coming? Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to like grow your own stuff. All right, so just kind of peeking in here, making sure there's no damage, nothing's flopped over, like nothing needs addressed right now. All my marigolds are coming in so good. All those were from seeds. It's looking like everything in this plant bed is good, and you can see we just put some fencing around it and it only goes up, I don't know, 3 feet, so a rabbit could jump over this if they wanted to, but we're hoping it's just gonna move on. All right, my strawberries, we are finally having some new growth. So all right, so that is new growth. Basically the rabbit, anywhere you're seeing these brown ones, the rabbit keeps on chewing them off, and we couldn't figure out why. I just thought it was transplant like shock, but turns out we have it confirmed. We end up putting a little camera up here so that we could catch what it was, because I thought it was a fox, but it was a rabbit, and I guess rabbit urine can be really harsh on plants too, so we'll kind of see. We have asparagus in each corner, and then cantaloupe, 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 and honeydew, and they're all doing great. They just got to get big enough that I can start trellising them up. All right, then over here is our pepper one, and then we have like spinach, lettuce salad mix, radishes, carrots, onions, basil. I mean, everything is coming along great. Back here we have green beans. It's funny, the only 2 that are growing is from my kids growing them in Ziploc bags on the windowsill. You know, everybody has done this as a kid, I feel like. So I said, oh, next year that's exactly how we're going to start all the green beans, because we can germinate them inside for quite a few weeks and then move them outside when they are tall enough. And then over here are cucumber plants, and so those are growing really, really well. My pepper plants, I think it's a lack of calcium. They're curling up, and so yeah, we did fertilization of everything last night. All right, here's cucumbers, a butterfly bush, and then I put a whole bunch of zinnias in here too last night as seeds, so we won't see those for a little bit. But my cucumbers, look at that. Like, we already have fruit coming for our cucumbers. If it'll get focused, there we go. There is so much throughout all this. Like, you can see all the flowers in here, and each of them become a fruit, and so they are really, really happy in this planter where they're at, and we're starting to trellis them up a little bit. They're finally getting tall enough, and so I kind of just come out here morning and night and help them. And if you see these little things, these will like hold on to everything, like grab a hold of everything. You can see here it grabbed a hold of a piece of the hay when it was laying down, and so they'll grab a hold of everything and basically train themselves up this trellis, which will be absolutely beautiful when this is just like secret garden basically. All right, other side of the trellis, these are supposed to be green beans, and then, oh, basically wherever there's a trellis, we put sunflower seeds in too. So we're really excited to see that. And then over here, this is a really exciting bed too, because these cabbages are starting to take off, and those are beautiful when you grow them. So I basically did purple, green, purple. There is a little one here. I don't know if it got eaten off or if it just wasn't happy, but it is finally growing. And then another green one here. And then in between them, I put marigolds. So hopefully it'll be like flowers and cabbage around it. Flowers and cabbage around it type thing. We have watermelon at each end here, and those are really getting big and being ready to be staked up. And then again, these are carrots, radish, onions. We have some garlic over here. Now I know garlic was so late for planting. I kind of plan on pulling them up around October and putting them right back in, and then next year we can actually get a good, you know, garlic out of it, like a good head of garlic. All right, so these are just, oh my gosh, all this is so beautiful. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
And then our little butterfly bush right here is starting up too. That's from seed. And then I put some asters in over here just to get some more beautiful flowers. So the kids enjoy coming out here and looking at everything. And then right here along the edge, we put some sunflowers out here. And then I also put some marigolds just to put a little bit of coloring. All right, it's starting to rain. Here's the little mint. It's looking really great. All our peonies are going crazy. We are loving them. We keep on cutting them and bringing them in. This is a whole bunch of sunflowers, so you can see they are starting to pop up there. My clematis, and then my peonies all along the back. All right, it's starting to rain. Should we get back inside, guys? All right, here's our little butterfly barn. And then real quick before we go in, we have a bee barn too. So we want little pollinators here, and so we end up giving them a home. And we put a little hose reel over here so that it's a little bit closer and we don't have to keep pulling it from all the way up here down to here. So, all right, let's go get back to work, back to real life. All right, then one thing I'm super excited about here is I found a Monstera for really cheap. It was $16.98. Every Monstera that I have seen previously is like $80 to $90. So I do need to repot it. I just have it sitting here on this, or in this plant stand. But that's probably not getting done today. It's all of our peony blooms that we ended up cutting the other night. So beautiful. I'm so excited for this. Oh my gosh.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. Your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me.
All right, so the kids are gonna help me fold all this laundry right now. I'm gonna go throw another load in. I came to throw a new load in, and my 12-year-old is already doing this for me. So this is exactly why you train up your kids. I know it sounds really, really mean, but they actually appreciate and like being involved in the daily cares and the housework, and like they feel vested in it. So she just put some in the dryer for me, and she is going to go ahead and get a new wash load in. And this, ladies, is why you should marry a man that's handy, because I don't have to pay a plumber to come do this for me, and I don't have to pay the floor people to do this for me. And this weekend while I was at work, he changed the van oil and like all this kind of stuff. We just saved money because he's handy. All right, and then this plant, the water was like slimy and gross, and so I cleaned it out, washed out the vase, and gave it all nice fresh water so that it can get growing again. All right, so I just went through my list and I marked off anything I could. Dishes and counters are done. Counters are gonna get messy again, so I'm not worried about perfection. I was just worried about getting the main stuff off of them. And then I cleared the bathroom out of stuff, and my husband's totally clearing it out of the the toilet and the vanity. The living room we just completely cleaned. The dining room is mostly clean. There's just about like some of my planning stuff on half of the table, so I just need to finish that up. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I think I'm going to move on to clearing out the fridge real quick, like cleaning it out, and we're gonna keep going. All right, so I stayed up late last night and I cleaned out, this is my work bag, and I cleaned it out. So I have some receipts and stuff that I need to do stuff with. I had a juice, I have a mask that I need to throw in the laundry. And then look at this. This is Nurse Life right here, which granted too, I will say half of these are probably because of pure fact I'm obsessed with my Happy Planner, and I have that other planning channel, so Planning with Jamie, go check it out here on YouTube. And then on Instagram, it's also Planning with Jamie, Jamie. So anyways, some of these are because I take them with me when I do planning. Like I'll take my planner with me when the girls are at dance and all this kind of stuff, and I can get some work done. But I'd say at least 80% of this is just pure fact I'm a nurse, and like I use a Sharpie every day for certain things, and then I like certain pens for certain items, and yeah, this is just a problem. So I need to organize these. All right, the rest of the table, it's not too bad. Like I said, this is just a few of my planner stuff. This is my husband's tea subscription, so I need to just put that away. And then we just have these few decorations that were in the bathroom, and so I just need to basically leave them here until we're ready for the bathroom to be put back together. So let's get this done.
The clock and rewind, go back to that moment in time when you say you want me for life. Was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve you, begging on my knees just to show you you're the one I want and I love you. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you as someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Your love, your love.
All right, so I just had my husband summon me, say, hey, you should come film this. And I don't know what I'm getting into because we're going into the bathroom. Oh, you see how that floor is coming up? It's not attached at all. So these guys tomorrow that is doing the floor removal, they're gonna probably have the easiest job in the world. So that's what we are encountering with the whole entire floor. So finally time to replace it. All right, so all of these pins are what I use for nursing. So I took out all of them that I end up using for planning, and I ended up leaving the rest for nursing so that I can put them back into my work bag. And then I just have this little last pile to take care of. All right, dining room is done and ready, and in fact it is noon right now, so perfect time to kind of break for lunch. And while we're breaking for lunch, I'm just going to clean out the fridge too.
Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time. Call me whatever, 'cause I'm up for anything like that. Oh no, we don't wanna do slow-mo, so tonight we just let go. To the beat in the streets, every freak out singing like, party like, freaking out. To the beat, yeah, we freak out singing like,
All right, so unfortunately this week there is more waste than your average week. Kind of. I mean, I guess once I'm starting to look through this, An extra can of tuna ended up getting opened and it didn't get used, so that is to waste because it doesn't look good anymore. And then this is just some breakfast gravy, like country gravy, so not a huge waste by any means. And then there is, I think, 2 little half leftover cheeseburgers down there. Those will be waste. This is all fat scraps from a ham, and then there's just a little bit of ham in here that will be going to waste. This was green bean casserole, and you could tell the rest of that's going to waste. And then this was leftover mashed potatoes that will go to waste. So not tons, but yet there kind of is more than what we normally have. So for lunch, our options here, we have cottage cheese, then we have some leftover, I think it's grasshopper pie is what it's called. It's like a mint flavored cheesecake, I think, with a chocolate crust. This is a leftover waffle from Daddy taking them out to eat. Then we have ham and bean soup, the sour cream, and these quesos, and the cheese we're going to be using to probably be making some quesadillas. These breakfast sausages I just keep in the fridge because I use them very often, like this will get used up within the week. And then we have pizza crust with some pizza sauces that we need to get used up, but that'll be nice and convenient actually one night this week. And then this is just mayo I take to work with me, and there's some leftover manwich my husband had made this weekend. So we have some options, and then, all right, and then I also have a thing of pulled pork from supper last night, so I think we're gonna make pulled pork quesadillas or something like that. So I'm gonna get some stuff together and figure out what lunch is. All right, so for lunch, yes, this is weird. We had leftover pancakes and waffles from when Dad took them out to eat. And so they want their leftover either pancake, waffle, and then some cottage cheese. And then we're also making a frozen pizza. All right, so we have leftover pulled pork, and I warmed some up, put some taco seasoning with it. And then you use a burrito tortilla. I put sour cream and some of the con queso, and then the pulled pork and some shredded cheese. And then you take a tostado, you put it on top, and then you wrap it around until you end up with this, and then I'm just kind of browning it on both sides. All right, here is my daughter's. So I browned it on both sides, and it has the pulled pork, the cheese, queso, sour cream, and then she could put a little bit on the side also if she wants to dip it in there. All right, here is mine. So exact same ingredients, and then I put a side of queso and sour cream to dip it in. All right, this house is a hot mess. We got a phone call from the flooring people that they will now be a day late. Go figure. They won't be here tomorrow. So now we have a bathroom vanity sitting right next to our pantry. We're trying to get the vacuum all put away. That's okay. It gives us another day. We're getting ready to go do what, girls?
Go to dance tryouts.
They are going for dance tryouts. So this one's already on the competition team for dance, and she has been for quite a few years, but this one isn't, and she gets to try out for it. So we get to learn here, I don't know, probably within the week, if all our girls will be on the dance competition team. All right, so what Kenzie doesn't know is that she has already made the competition team. They were taking a couple of their practices as their tryouts so that at her age she doesn't feel all of the pressure. So we printed out the email saying that it's official, that she's on the Dazzle team. And so we're going to surprise her after tryouts that she got in. And that way too, when Brooklyn gets in, it can be a separate surprise for her. Are you excited? Are you proud of yourself? You should be. You've worked so hard. You dance so beautiful. Now what? Now you're hungry? Congratulations, baby.
Okay.